Hello and thank you for joining us today on our presentation about unmanned aerial vehicles, also known as drones. My name is Sanjay and my group members are Abhishek and Ankita. This video is a YouTube research project for the course GRT 750, Technology and Society, and taught by Dr. Tatiana Goris. Now, let's begin. So, what is a drone? In technological terms, is an unmanned aircraft. Drones are more formally known as unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, or unmanned aircraft systems, UAS. Essentially, a drone is a flying robot that can be remotely controlled or fly autonomously through a software-controlled flight planes in their embedded systems, working in conjunction with onboard sensors and GPS. History of drones. The first stop in our drone history timeline is very clearly history of drones. For those who don't know, it's important to establish the word drone simply refers to any aerial vehicle that is unmanned. That is, pilot does not sit or stand within the vehicle itself. By this definition, early unmanned aerial vehicle is a history of drone was seen in 1839 when Australian soldiers attacked the city of Venice with unmanned balloons fitted with explosives. Some of these Australian balloons were successful, but the number of them blew back and bombed Austrians' own lines. So the practice did not become widely adopted. History of drones. According to Wall Street Journal report, the history of non-military drone using began in earnest 2006. Government agencies for disaster relief, border surveillance, and wildlife fighting, while corporations began using drones to inspect pipelines and spray pesticides on farms. As an unmanned aerial vehicle technology improved in the military sector, those same technological improvements could be used in private sector. However, you may be surprised to hear the recreational drone use actually only took off internet very recently, and it's grown fast. One of the main reasons for it, the Federal Aviation Administration had to be convinced that commercial drones were safe to allow and determine proper regulatory measures. In 2006 was the first year that FAA issued the drone permit. They issued an average of two of these permits a year for next 8 years. That was all the requested. Then in 2013, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos announced that the company was considered using drones as a delivery method. Igniting the public interest in drone history, 2015 the FAA issued 1,000 drone permits, a number which more than tripled to 3,100 permits in 2016 and which has continued to grow in the time since then.
There are 7 main components that make up a drone. The first is the chassis. It's the skeleton of the drone, which all the componentry is fixed to. The chassis design is a trade-off between strength and additional weight, which will require longer propellers and stronger motors to lift. The second component is propellers. It principally effect the load the drone can carry, the speed it can fly, and the speed it can maneuver. The length can be modified. Longer propellers can achieve greater lift at a lower RPM but take longer to speed up or slow down. Shorter propellers, on the other hand, can change speed quicker and thus are more maneuverable. However, they require a higher rotational speed to achieve the same power as longer blades. This causes excess motor strain and thus reduces the motor lifespan. A more aggressive pitch will allow quicker movement but reduce hovering efficiency. The third component is the motor. Now there are one motor per propeller. Drone motors are rated kV units, which equates to the number of revolutions per minute it can achieve when a voltage of 1 volt is supplied to the motor with no load. A faster motor spin will give you more flight but requires more power from the battery, resulting in decreased flight time. The fourth component is the electronic speed control unit. It provides a controlled current to each motor to produce the correct spin and direction. Flight controller is the fifth component that consists of an onboard computer that interprets incoming signal sent from the pilot and sends corresponding input to the ECS unit to control the quadcopter. The radio receiver receives the control signals from the pilot, and the seventh component, battery, is generally a lithium polymer battery that is used due to its high power density and ability to recharge. Drones are regulated by the FAA, also known as the Federal Aviation Administration. UAVs are aircraft and must follow all FAA rules and regulations that govern the category of use. Following are the FAA regulations for drones. All commercial drones must be 55 pounds or less. When flown, it should stay within the operator's line of sight. The drones cannot and should not fly over 400 feet. The drones should also be 5 miles away from major airports or air traffic. Now let's talk about the category of drones. The first category is the general purpose drone. It costs around $50 to $2,000. Its flight time is around 20 to 45 minutes. It cannot really carry or lift any object and are used for recreational purposes only. These recreational purposes can include photography or videography. The following clip showcases how a drone can be used in order to capture beautiful sceneries. The video also includes different price ranges that the current drones are available in the market. The next category of drones can be used as tools as well. They can cost around $2,500 to $15,000. The flight time is around 30 to 60 minutes. They can pick up or lift objects that can weigh up to 55 to 120 pounds. And they can be used for multiple purposes such as mapping, site survey, inspection, search and rescue, package delivery, and data gathering. These drones can also be used for training purposes. Drones can be used in order to record different training sessions from a different view, which can help improve these training sessions. The next clip demonstrates how a drone can be used in order to inspect a cell tower for any damages without the involvement and risk of a human life.
In terms of social outcome, drones have changed the way things were done before, and a number of advantages have come from its use. One of those advantages is the product delivery system introduced by Amazon and DHL, which uses the drone to deliver product much faster. Organ transfer is another area where in an emergency case, organs have been delivered from one hospital to another through drones. There are few disadvantages that are associated with drones. The first one is the invasion of privacy. Drone operators can probe around and trespass your property. People can spy to gather information without even noticing. Drones are not prone to accident. Without proper training and knowledge about drones, you can crash and destroy someone's property or even injure someone. The accessibility and convenience of drones attract not only geeks and hobbyists but also people with illegal motives. Terrorists and criminals have found a way to use drones for their malicious interest. Drones can be improved by advancing some of the following features. Ease of use. Most drones require a little bit of training in order to use them correctly and safely. Some drones do not have a remote controller and are controlled by connecting to the user's mobile device, which make controlling drones even more difficult. Durable. Most commercial drones are made from plastic and metal parts. Since drones can fly up to 400 feet, it may fall down due to any reason. They are pretty easy to break and are unrepairable. Flight time. Most drones can only fly for a limited time before they run out of battery and needs recharging. Thank you for watching our video.